First, I want to ask you something really essential. Do you ever wake up exhausted even after you slept all night? Do your legs or feet get bigger toward the end of the day? Do you have trouble with poor digestion, stiff joints, having to go to the bathroom a lot at night, or always feeling heavy in your body? And here's the terrifying thing that most people don't like to think about. Have you ever thought about whether your kidneys are silently having trouble without you knowing it? Because this is the truth. Kidney diseases don't usually make a lot of noise at first. They talk in whispers. They manifest up as tiredness, fog in the brain, pain in the back, not hungry, skin that is dry, can't sleep. And a lot of older people think, oh, that's just age. But what if I told you that it's not simply age? What if something easy that you have in your kitchen or grocery store might benefit your kidneys and help your body get rid of waste more quickly? Please stay with me. The following few minutes could change the way you think about one common spice. Let me express this frankly and from the heart before we move on. Please subscribe to this channel if you're new here. This channel is just for older people like you. We publish natural cures, useful medical tips, and easy lifestyle changes every week that can help you digest better, protect your heart, strengthen your bones, improve your memory, support your kidney health, and give you more energy every day. By signing up, you make sure you never miss tips that could help you live a healthier, more independent, and more pleasant life after age 60. Now, let's go back to something your doctor may not have explained this way before: why kidney health is so important beyond age 60 and why most seniors don't see the warning signs. This phase is very crucial, so let's take it leisurely. Most seniors don't wake up one day and declare, my kidneys are failing. That virtually never happens. Kidney diseases don't make any noise. Shut up. Sneaky. That's why they're so hazardous. Your kidneys are always working for you. They clean your blood about 40 times a day. They get rid of pollutants, surplus water, leftover medicine, and waste. They keep your heart beating by balancing the electrolytes in your body. They even assist keep blood pressure in check and bones robust. Now, here's what most folks don't know. Renal function naturally starts to deteriorate beyond age 60, even if you've never had renal disease. Your blood tests look normal and you feel mainly good. Why does this happen? To begin with, blood flow to the kidneys slows down as you become older. That implies that those fragile filters get less oxygen and nutrients. Second, the kidneys lose filtering units as time goes on. You have around 1 million little filters in each kidney when you are born. By the time you reach your 60s and 70s, many of them are just gone and won't come back. Third, medicines build up. And let's be honest, most older people take at least one medicine every day, and frequently more. Pills for high blood pressure, drugs for cholesterol, painkillers, medications for diabetes, things that help you sleep. Your kidneys filter out each of those. That adds up over time. But this is the most dangerous aspect. Your body doesn't scream when your kidneys are overworked, it whispers. And it's easy to disregard such whispers. Please pay close attention as I discuss some fairly common complaints about normal aging: still being exhausted after sleeping, slower thinking or brain fog, getting up several times at night to pee, swollen fingers, feet, or ankles, skin that is dry and itching, not wanting to eat or feeling sick, a heavy feeling in the lower back, can't focus, getting chilly more often. Do you know any of those? A lot of older people say, well, I'm just getting older. But this is what most doctors don't take the time to explain clearly. These could be early symptoms that toxins are building up in your body. Waste items stay in your blood longer when your kidneys don't filter well. That affects your nerves, your muscles, the way you sleep, your mood too. Stay with me, because what comes next is something that very few people talk about. Stress on your kidneys doesn't just hurt them, it makes your heart work harder. Your kidneys and heart work together. Blood pressure goes up when the kidneys don't work well. Kidney damage happens faster when blood pressure goes up. It turns into a calm cycle. And here's another truth that makes me uneasy. A lot of the time when seniors are diagnosed with renal disease, more than half of their kidney function may already be gone. That's why help and prevention are so important. Not panic, not fear, but being mindful. I want to ask you something honest. When was the last time you thought about not just testing your kidneys, but also helping them work better every day? The heart is what most people think about, or sugar in the blood, or joints. People forget about their kidneys until something goes wrong. But here's the good news, and this is very important. Even later in life, your kidneys respond quite well to less inflammation, more water, and a lower toxic burden. Little things you do every day can have a big impact. That's why natural support is important. That's why it's important to be gentle. That's why the spice we're talking about today has gotten so much attention. It assists the kidneys by taking some of the work off of them instead of making them work harder. And in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, it's all about making things easier. Before we go on, let me ask you something. Before today, did you ever think that tiredness, swelling, or bad sleep could be signs of kidney stress? Or is this something you didn't know before? Please share your story in the comments. It could make someone else feel less alone. Now, let's speak about the one spice that has been good for kidney health for hundreds of years and why older people are only now rediscovering it. The one spice that quietly helps cleanse the kidneys and why seniors are only now paying attention. Now that you know why kidney health is so important after age 60, let's speak about something that might surprise you. Your kidneys have always needed this kind of help. It isn't in style, and it's not too expensive. People have used it silently for thousands of years. The spice we're talking about is turmeric. Turmeric is a yellow powder that most people only know about from curry. Some people consider it as just a taste. Some people have heard that it's good for inflammation, and that's all they know. But here's something that most older people don't know, and it's really important. People used to regard turmeric not for its taste, but for how it helped the body's cleansing organs, like the liver, blood, and kidneys. People used turmeric a lot in ancient medicine when they felt heavy, sluggish, or toxic. People used those words long before there were lab tests. And if you think about it, a lot of older people now feel the same way. Heaviness, becoming bigger, hardly much energy, foggy mind, bad digestion. Words different, same problem. Stay with me, because the reason turmeric is good for your kidneys is not what most people think. Turmeric doesn't make your kidneys work harder. That's the main difference. Instead, it helps lower oxidative stress and inflammation, which are two of the worst things that can happen to kidney tissue. Think of your kidneys as fragile coffee filters. They don't work well if they are inflamed, irritated, or full of trash. You can't just pour more water through them and hope for better results. You need to calm down the anger. That's exactly what turmeric does. Curcumin, the active ingredient in it, works like a natural soothing agent in the body. It helps lower the irritation inside that hurts kidney filters over time. Now, here's the bit that really counts for older people. Inflammation gets worse as you get older, even if you don't feel it. It's called quiet inflammation. You might not be in pain from arthritis. You might not have burning in your stomach. But inflammation can still hurt blood vessels and organs, such as the kidneys, without making a lot of noise. Turmeric helps with that inflammation that isn't obvious. And here's another thing to think about. Turmeric is also good for the liver, which works with the kidneys. You can think of the liver and kidneys as a team that cleans up. The liver gets rid of toxins, the kidneys get rid of them. If the liver has trouble, the kidneys have to work harder. If the kidneys don't work well, pollutants stay in the body longer. Turmeric helps the liver's detox pathways work better, which means that less toxins get to the kidneys. This is why a lot of older people notice changes like less swelling, urine that is clearer, better digestion, less swelling, energy that is more steady. Now, I want to ask you something. Do you ever feel that your body doesn't clear things out as it used to? That's not something you made up. But here's the good news. The body frequently responds quite quickly when inflammation goes down and detox pathways perform better. This is what some individuals mean when they say something like, I didn't change much, but I felt better. I saw that my legs weren't as swollen. I slept better after a few weeks. And no, it's not magic, it's biology. Stay with me, the next section is really important. The advantages of turmeric depend on how much you take and how you take it, meaning how you use it is more important than just utilizing it. A lot of older people try turmeric once, don't feel anything, and then stop, but they were never advised how to take it. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next, because turmeric doesn't do anything when it's utilized the wrong manner. But if you use it the proper way, it can help your kidneys in ways that most people never notice. Please tell me this in the comments before we continue on. Have you ever utilized turmeric, even simply in food? Or is this the first time you've actually learned about it? Your answer could assist someone else who is watching feel less scared. Let's speak about the largest error people make with turmeric and how to remedy it now. Too many medications, hidden toxins, and why your kidneys are under more stress than you think. This part is really crucial for older people, so please stay with me. Please let me ask you something very honest. How many pills do you take every day? 1, 2, 5, more? If you're like most individuals over 60, the answer is at least 1 and typically more than 1. And here's something that no one explains very well. Your kidneys have to filter every drug you take, whether it's for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, sleep, or pain. After the medicine has done its job, your kidneys filter out the remnants, byproducts, and trash. Now picture doing that job every day for years. That's a lot of work to do, and as you get older, it gets much heavier. This is why. As we talked about before, renal filtration naturally slows down beyond age 60. The flow of blood slows down, units for filtering are gone, the time it takes to recover gets longer. But people frequently take more medicine as they get older. What happens next? Your kidneys have to work harder with less help. Stress comes from that imbalance, and stress on the kidneys doesn't always hurt. Instead, it comes out silently. You might notice tiredness that doesn't go away, feeling sick or not wanting to eat, a taste of metal in the tongue, skin that is itchy or dry, urine that is hazy or darker, having to go to the bathroom more at night. A lot of older people think these are adverse effects of medications. Sometimes they are, but a lot of the time they mean that the kidneys are working too hard. Stay with me, because the next point is something that not many people get. Painkillers, especially the most frequent ones, are very taxing on the kidneys. A lot of older people use ibuprofen, naproxen, and additional pain relievers that reduce inflammation. These medicines can make it harder for blood to get to the kidneys. They might be fine if you only use them sometimes. When used every day, they might slowly increase stress on the kidneys. Now add that to not drinking enough water, not wanting to eat, less blood flow, and renal deterioration due to age. You can see why kidneys struggle without making a sound. And here's something that very few people talk about: toxins in the environment. Your body is still exposed to these things every day, even if you eat well. Preservatives for food, chemicals that kill bugs, chemicals for cleaning, plastic, pollution in the air. All of these things create waste that you kidneys have to get rid of. Now I want to ask you something. Have you ever thought that your body can't bounce back as it used to? This is often because toxins stay in the body longer. This is where turmeric comes in, but not in the way most people believe. Turmeric doesn't work as a strong cleaner. It doesn't make your kidneys work harder to flush. Instead, it helps lower the amounts of toxins that get to the kidneys in the first place. How? By helping the liver. The liver is the first line of defense. It breaks down toxins before they can get to your kidneys. When the liver is healthy, the kidneys can work better. Turmeric helps the liver enzymes that help get rid of toxins. This means that fewer toxic byproducts get caught in kidney filters. Imagine it this way. The landfill lasts longer if rubbish is sorted and cut down before it gets there. That's exactly what turmeric does. And here's something good to hear. Many elderly say that when their toxic burden goes down, more appetite, thinking more clearly, better sleep, less swelling, blood pressure that stays the same. Not in one night, but slowly, and the aging body responds best to slow changes. Please let me stop for a moment and ask you something essential. Have you ever had a doctor look over all of your medicines and explain how they affect your kidneys? Most folks haven't. That's why it's important to be attentive. A little reminder before we move on. Turmeric is helpful, but it shouldn't be used instead of something else. Don't stop or adjust your medicine without talking to your doctor first. But giving your body extra support when you take medicine can make a big difference. And that leads us to something really important. Most people don't get results with turmeric because they don't use it correctly. That's what we're going to talk about next. And believe me, this could be the most important section of the whole video. Why most people use turmeric wrong and it doesn't work for them. Pay close attention to this section since it is really important. One of the main reasons seniors say this is, "I tried turmeric, but it didn't work," is because no one ever showed them how to use it right. They're not to blame for this. A lot of people think turmeric works like a pill. You take it once and expect it to work. But that's not how turmeric works. This is the truth. Curcumin, the main active ingredient in turmeric, is very hard for the body to absorb on its own. That means that if you only sprinkle turmeric on food or ingest it without anything else, most of it goes right through your body without being used. So what happens next? People stop trying. They think turmeric is overhyped, and they don't get the benefits. Let me break this down for you in very simple terms. For curcumin to work properly, it needs 3 things: black pepper, good fat, and regularity. Let's take our time and talk about each one. First, black pepper. Piperine is a natural substance found in black pepper. Piperine can make curcumin up to 20 times more easily absorbed. Your body doesn't absorb curcumin very well without black pepper. This is why people have always used turmeric and pepper together, even before science figured out why. Second, good fat. Curcumin can dissolve in fat. That means your body needs fat to get it into the blood. This could be oil from olives, oil from coconuts, milk, plants or cows, yogurt, or broth for soup. Curcumin can't get to your kidneys without fat since it stays in the digestive tract. Third, consistency. Turmeric is not a quick drug. It works by slowly lowering inflammation over time. It's like giving a plant water. One day doesn't change a lot, but daily care does. Now, here's a very important warning. More turmeric doesn't always guarantee better results. In fact, turmeric can do too much. Make your stomach hurt, make you feel sick, work with drugs, and make the gallbladder hurt. Especially for older people, slow and steady wins. Can I ask you something? Have you ever quit trying a natural remedy because it didn't work right away? You're not alone, but you have to know the rules for turmeric to work properly. Now that you know this, let's get to the practical part. The easy and safe turmeric routine that seniors can actually follow. Now let's make this simple and real. You don't need to buy expensive vitamins. You don't need hard-to-follow recipes. You don't have to modify everything you eat. You just need a simple plan that works with your day. Let's start with the most popular and gentle option. Turmeric morning drink good for your kidneys. Seniors use turmeric this way since it's so easy. This is how. Warm water, but not boiling, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a little bit of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil or olive oil. Mix well. Take small sips. Why warm water? Warm drinks promote digestion and excretion because they calm the body. Why in the morning or early afternoon? This is when your body naturally works on cleaning itself and getting blood to flow. Some older people may have trouble sleeping if they drink turmeric late at night because it can make them urinate more or slightly stimulated. Now, let me ask you, do you already have a morning routine that includes tea, coffee, or warm water? If so, you can easily add turmeric to that habit. Not much changed. Turmeric in food for people with sensitive stomachs. Turmeric in food could be helpful if you have a sensitive stomach. Add a little bit to soups, stews, lentils, rice, and vegetables. Always include a little bit of black pepper and some good fat. This way is slower, but it's quite pleasant. A lot of older people like this because it feels natural and safe. How often should older people take turmeric? This is the safest way to go. Start with once a day, use a little bit, pay attention to how your body feels, and keep doing it for 2 to 3 weeks. A lot of people notice changes here. Not really dramatic, but clear. Not as heavy, digestion is better, less swelling, and energy that is more stable. Now, a very important safety tip. If you 1. Take blood thinners, 2. Have problems with your gallbladder, 3. Have stones in your kidneys, or 4. Have surgery planned, you should chat with your doctor before using turmeric on a regular basis. This channel is about helping people stay healthy, not putting them at risk. Before we go on, I need to ask you something important. Would you rather have turmeric in a drink or in food? In the morning or in the afternoon?